How's it going? Another post-void ponder, and this time I figured I was gonna do something based around a book. Actually, not to sound like a smart ass, but anyways, it's by an author that's pretty popular. A lot of people have been talking about him lately and relating his work to what's going on now in many different ways. His name's Philip K. Dick. I'm sure most are familiar. If not, he's the original author of Blade Runner. The book was called Android's Dream of Electric Sheep. He also wrote Minority Report. Excuse me. And then also an Amazon series that's very popular right now, Man in the High Castle. He wrote the original book for that, and there's a lot to be said with that book, but there's other videos talking about it. There's less videos talking about the one I'm about to talk about because nobody's done an adaptation of it yet. So the book is called The Three Stigmata of Palmer Eldritch. I haven't read this book in about a decade. I might get some of the facts wrong a little bit here and there, but the synopsis is good enough. So start off. Basically, it starts off with this business exec, and he finds himself he works for a pharmaceutical company. He's a marketer for a pharmaceutical company that sends drugs to Mars. And basically how this drug works is that it's called candy, like CAN dash DI, and they're like, oh, it's just like candy, and they like eat it, and like their Mars colony life's like freaking frizzed and like crazy, and they take these drugs communally, and everyone that's a guy gets thrown into a Ken doll, and everyone that's a girl gets thrown into a Barbie doll. And they have like a Barbie playset that they kind of like VR go into, but share consciousness with the avatar in it. And then like it's always set in Malibu 1980s. Yeah, never anything different. It's always Malibu 1980s. So it's like super nostalgic and like kind of reminds you about people like doing VR, remembering back to like pre-COVID. Anyways, yeah, and the fact that they were like, oh, I'm trapped inside. And yeah, I have to work inside. Yeah, it's really weird. Like kind of like Animal Crossing. Oh, anyways, so I digress. The marketer one day gets a letter in the mail from the government, and they're like, oh, hey, you're really healthy. Your health biometrics came back, and it says that you're healthier than when you were 5 years ago. And he's like, oh my god, shit, I know what that means. Yep, you're right, you're going off to the Mars colony. Because they take all the healthiest people in their society and ship them off to the fucking Mars colony. So it's like, he's like, oh fuck, I'm too healthy, and like, knows exactly what's going on because he works for that company that's like the pharmaceutical that does all that shit to him. So he's like, I don't want to be like that. So he just so happens during this time, Palmer Eldritch, who is their competitor, he was the competitor pharmaceutical company, and that's why they're doing so good, because he went off and left one day into like interstellar space, and all of a sudden he comes back, and everyone's like, holy shit, Palmer Eldritch is back. And he's like, oh, and their company's freaking out, but he's about to be sent off to Mars, so he's like, maybe this Palmer Eldritch guy might be able to help me out here, because I can like sell out my company to him, and maybe he can work some way around for me. And he approaches Palmer Eldritch, and I believe Palmer Eldritch gives him his drug first. I'm not shady a little bit on this part, but he gives him his drug first. He takes the drug, and the drug is amazing. And it's basically like he can just lucid dream and pretend anything around him, and it always happens. He has his own mind, his own avatar. It's never set in the 1980s Malibu. He can go whenever time he wants, wherever he wants, do whatever he wants. He's like a god. And then he wakes up from it, and he's like, oh, yeah. Oh, that was amazing. He's like, oh, it's going to be even more amazing once I market this to all the fucking Mars colonists. Where you're still going. And he's like, oh, fuck no. So, like, he gets sent off, I believe, yeah, he gets sent off to Mars or something, and he fights it, and he, like, comes back and escapes, and, like, goes through all these things, but then he keeps noticing that he keeps seeing, everyone he sees starts appearing to have a metal arm. And Palmer Eldritch has a metal arm. And people start like he starts seeing people transforming into like basically Palmer Eldritch. It's implied that Palmer Eldritch is like the drug. He became the drug, and like they're taking part of him in ingesting it, and like that's how they get their freedom. Is that like he's a god and he's a drug, and he's like go. And they're taking some sort of weird fungus god thing, and and once you take it, you never wake up again. You're always trapped in that dream, but you never know. And then more and more you take them, more and more you start to see them, and you have to like take it to try to get out of the dream, but you can't. So it's like, ooh, it really starts to sound like social media at one point, like near the end of it. And it's like, I don't care if I spoiled it too much, because his Philip K. Dick books, the whole point is you're supposed to spoil it to give the whole premise of the book. And then there's a lot of good, cool little details and crazy shit that he says where you're like, what the fuck? Like, that's in between, like, a lot of bad shit stuff, too. Don't get me wrong. The guy was, like, fucking, I think he was a meth head. I'm pretty sure he was a meth head. He's notorious at one point for, like, calling the FBI on, like, other science fiction writers and shit. Like, he thought he, like, was tapped by a pink laser near the end of his life and, like, got stuck in said loop. Died through friggin' like schizophrenic, like just dimension. Yeah, but at the end of the day, the guy was an amazing writer, and you have to call where credit's due. And he's notoriously hit time and time again in his science fiction writing for things that are just as accurate as Orwell, Huxley, and a lot of others. And he's admitted that he's a science fiction writer, and he's like, hey, my shit's fucking like comical almost, so he took himself as seriously, I'd say, as like Vonnegut. But, anyways, on that note, yeah, that's 3 Stigmata of Palmer Eldritch. Go check it out. Go PDF it. Maybe buy it from a bookstore. But oh no, watch out for the COVID on the pages. All right, bye bye guys. Later.